Herzlich willkommen aus dem Olympiastadion heute Abend zu etwas späterer Stunde. Begrüße ich alle Zuseherinnen und Zuseher und natürlich auch die Kolleginnen und Kollegen der Presse. Heute Nachholspieltag vom 13. Spieltag, Nachholspiel der deutschen Eishockeyliga Penny DEL zwischen München und Nürnberg. Ja, und München gewinnt mit 3:2 nach Penaltyschießen vor 1854 Zuschauern. Wie immer, ich begrüße auch natürlich sehr herzlich die beiden Coaches. Das ist zum einen Nürnberg Ice Tigers Tom Rowe, herzlich willkommen, und natürlich auch Don Jackson, Red Bull München. Ja, ein 3:2 Sieg für München, eine 2:3 Niederlage für Nürnberg. Ich darf den Nürnberger Coach zunächst bitten, das Spiel aus seiner Sicht zusammenzufassen. 2-3 loss, so you step on the game, please.
First off, congratulations, Don. Real good job by your club. But I thought we played a great hockey game for 2 periods. We did exactly everything we wanted to do. We were skating, we were controlling the puck quite a bit, had some really good looks in the O-zone, which was really good to see. And, it's a shame because, I really thought we were going to get out of here with a win. And obviously fighting for 6th spot, we needed it desperately. But, we're going to look more at the positives from tonight. It's, it's a team game, and I thought every guy on our bench gave everything of energy they had. And like I told them after the game, think of all the positives you did, and we just keep building on what we did tonight. I thought our special teams was outstanding. We did a real nice job killing the penalties that we had against us, and then our power play. The power play goal we scored was great movement. A lot of motion. We found all the openings that were available, and the game plan that was put in place was terrific. And then the guys executed it. So we're going to look at that, and as tough as this loss is, we're going to go home thinking about all the positive stuff we did and just keep doing those. And once again, Don, congratulations. Great job.
Thank you, Tom. Tom brought a really team that was full of desire tonight. It showed. Certainly, they had a great first period. The power play scored. They had a 2-0 lead, and we had to do all we could do to tie the score. And of course, I thought we had 15 overtimes, but was corrected, and we had 16. It was one of those games where I have to say that Nuremberg really came out hard, and they came out and did a lot of good things, and they took momentum away from us, especially in the first period. We came back in the second, had more shots. Our power play wasn't as effective as when we played them a week ago, when we got a couple goals that were very important in the win, and so that didn't happen tonight. But we came back in the third, so you got to be really, really proud of the guys for sticking in there, because it could have, we could have set back and not got those goals. Freddie Tiffels had a couple points tonight, and Redmond scored a big goal, and Henry Haukeland was also especially in the third period, just held us in there. So got a little lucky on the crossbar. There's no doubt about it. Could have been the difference in the game. So we have a lot to be thankful for tonight, and keep going, Tom. I think you got a good club there. Thanks, you.
Don.
Vielen Dank, Don Jackson. Ja, mit dem Sieg bleibt München auf dem 3. Tabellenplatz. Und jetzt darf ich die Kolleginnen und Kollegen der Presse bitten, sich kenntlich zu machen, falls Fragen an die beiden Coaches aufkommen. Die erste Frage hätten wir hier von Kollegen Christian Bernhard von der Süddeutschen Zeitung. Christian, ich bitte dich, deine Frage zu stellen.
Yeah, hello, good evening. I have a question for both coaches. The first to Tom Rowe. Since a few days, you have the support of Jessica Campbell. Can you tell us what she brought to the team, and which offensive processes in the last 2 games can be traced already back to her?
Stefan Ustorf had come into the office, and him and I have been talking about adding another assistant coach, skills coach, and he had mentioned Jessica, who I really didn't know before. I knew her background, but never met her. So I got on the phone with her, had a lengthy conversation more about the power skating and what she brought to the table in that respect. And then when she got to town, we got talking more about the game and getting into different systems and strategies. And I asked her, I said, well, what do you feel your strength is? Because I said, we have spent an awful lot of time on defense since I arrived because we need to clean up some of those areas. And she said, really, more geared to the offensive game. So I said, well, why don't you grab a marker, get up on the board there and show us some of your schemes. And I really liked what she brought to the table. Very, very creative. Our guys were very receptive, and they really liked what she had to say about entering into the zone, coming through the neutral zone, and then then we took it a step further. Another day went by, and we sat and talked about the power play. I said, I certainly haven't been able to get it going, and I said, if your strength's on offense, why don't you take the power play over and work with the guys a little bit? So she did a lot of video. Laid out the game plan, and we've got guys who can play and make plays, and I said, you know what, I'm going to step out of the offensive side of things and totally turn it over to Jessica and the guys, and they worked together on it and did a great job. So that's what she brings to the table. And lastly, she's very, very organized, very detailed. Patrick Reimer came up to me after the game the other night, and he said, man, oh man, he said, she laid out a plan for us to follow, and it was excellent. So she was very good at presenting and very simple to understand. So it's been a very short period of time with her, and I told her, I said, I could care less if it's a woman or a guy. We're just looking for the best person for our staff, and she has done a tremendous job in a very short period of time. But you also got to give the guys credit. The guys delivered on the plan, and were able to execute it. But it's been a great week having her around. Terrific week.
Christian, dann eine Frage an Don.
Yeah, hello Don. In the third period, at the end, Conny Abelshauser wasn't on the ice. Can you tell us what happened to him, and do you have already some information about his health status?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
About Conny.
Can you tell us what happened to Conny Abelshauser, and have you already some information about his health status?
The health status. Oh, to be truthful with you, I didn't know that that he got an injury. So he left the game, but I don't know what the injury is right now yet.
Gibt es dann noch weitere Fragen? Martin Wiemösterer von der Eishockey News und von der Münchner Abendzeitung. Bitte Martin, deine Frage.
Good evening. My question goes to Don. Can you tell us about how the selection takes place? Who is gonna participate in shootout in your team?
Yeah, so it's called flipping the coin. Honestly, because everybody's. Well, I shouldn't say everybody's gone yet, but used to keep track of who scored, but we've had very few goals in the shootouts, and so and obviously Gogol, even though honestly the shootouts and breakaways are all low percentage plays actually. Breakaways are about 25% in the history of the game, but Googie's actually scored the most goals, and he scored again tonight. So I think he's had 3 this year. And so we've been through a lot of them. We should have enough guys that can score. And it seems like it's that our top goal scorers, and I have a theory why necessarily, because the top goal scorers are like I call them Sundance kids. The guys that are expert shooters, but if it's in a controlled situation, it's a harder time. But when it's a lot of action going around and they're rolling around and making plays, and that they can score more. But when you come into this situation that's controlled, there's no defenders, there's no passes, there's only sometimes the goaltender has looked more like a board standing in front. There's not letting any pucks in. So it's been a tough year on the shootout front. So needless to say, the 16 times 3, there's been at least 48 shooters, and we've scored very few. And we've had practices that included shootouts.
Gibt es noch weitere Fragen? Dann bitte jetzt kenntlich machen. Offensichtlich gibt es keine weiteren Fragen mehr. Dann darf ich noch anmerken, für Nürnberg geht es jetzt am Freitagabend zu Hause gegen Augsburg, München am Freitag in Düsseldorf und dann zu Hause das letzte Spiel um 14 Uhr gegen die Iserlohn Roosters in dieser Hauptrunde. Bedanke ich mich für die Aufmerksamkeit. Natürlich bedanke ich mich auch bei beiden Coaches, wünsche den Nürnbergern eine gute und gesunde Heimfahrt zurück nach Nürnberg und ich bedanke mich für die Aufmerksamkeit. Servus, ciao.